Hello, beautiful. Thank you for joining me again. So I'm going to talk to you again a little bit about the cancer. Well, the lessons, the golden nuggets, the bits that turned out to be gifts, and gifts that are, I find, useful in general. That were opportunities for growth and still are opportunities for growth for me and perhaps for you as well. Or it's a confirmation of something that that you've done and that you find, yes, of course, that's exactly what happened. Anyways, so the thing I wanted to talk about is how did I, in this case, set the scene, so to speak. So can you imagine, I was there after my big diagnosis, and of course everybody around me, including myself, but everybody around me was shocked and bewildered, and everybody was reaching out to me and saying, what can we do? What can we do? I'm here for you, but you need to tell me what to do. And other people were coming at me and they were saying, well, this is what I heard. This is what I think. Here's an article. This is somebody who's done this, that, and the other. And it was just too much. It was too much. I was like, stop it. Too much. So I called a meeting, I really did, online and offline, because not everybody could be here, with, I don't know, a group of people that I have no idea how I selected them, but I chose a couple of people, I think a dozen or so, and I asked them to come online and come onto this meeting. And the first thing, of course, what I did is I explained in more detail what was going on, more than I could in text messages and stuff. And also one of the things I wanted was their approval to add them all to a WhatsApp group. So not only so that it would help me, but well, it did. But one of the things I found is at some point you get so tired of having to share the information with everybody. And then in that case, I could share the detailed information with one group of people through a group app. And then, there's a couple of people around that I would just come back to when I felt more comfortable or had more time or had everything sink in. So that was one of the things I asked their permission for. But another thing, and I think the most important thing, was I asked them to gather in a healing circle and to gather in the energy of believing, and to know that I only wanted to surround myself and only want to surround myself with the possibility of healing, with every option still open to me. And that meant that I was inviting everybody to come into that space with that same energy. And that doesn't mean that everybody needed to believe it or couldn't have their fears or their emotions. All of that was welcome and possible, but I simply asked them to step out and not bring that to me when that was how they were feeling. And I think that's a useful tool to incorporate in many cases in life. When you feel like when there's a big change that you need to create for yourself, when there's something really challenging happening in your life, you want to be supported by those that believe you can do it, that want to step into that realm where that is possible for you. And so invite people in who can do that, and tell them, it's okay if you cannot, or if there's a moment when you cannot, just tell me, I'm not in that place at the moment, and then accept that. You can't force it, but at least it also means that you don't have to deal with the fallout of and all the impact that it would have when you have everybody's projections and their stuff. You can just focus on yourself. So creating that and asking that of the group was very important to me. And another thing I did was I created a list, well, in my case, a mind map, because I'm such a mind mapper, of what they could bring me. So what my needs were. I've updated that throughout the last 2 years. So every now and then I update the mind map and send them my new needs and wishes. And then I say, well, these are my needs, and if you can meet any of them, then offer them to me. Come to me and say, oh, I saw that on your list. This is what I can really do for you. And that ranged from helping me pimp my balcony because I knew I was going to spend a lot of time at home because I was going to go through radiation treatment and I was limited in what I was allowed to do with my back. So pimping the balcony to driving me to appointments, and I appointed a researcher. My partner Leslie became a researcher, so that I asked everybody to bring all their tips and information to him, and he filtered through, and then we would set moments in time when I was ready for it, and then he would discuss, this seems like something you might need to look into, or you know what, this is a drawn conclusion, this really needs to, you need to take this supplement or whatever. And that's how I went about kind of filtering out all the distractions and coming to a place where I could really focus on myself. And that meant stepping into the center of my universe and understanding that it was my time to take up that space. These are big, big, big themes for a lot of us. Taking up your space, believing, that you can be there, you're allowed to be there, you're valued in the place that you are, and that it's okay to set those ground rules for those around you. If that's something that you've discovered for yourself, by all means add in the comments below if you did the same, or if you did something that would add to it. This is a sharing space, so please leave a comment and so that it might benefit other people as well who are looking at this. And this was my little nugget for now. So thank you again for being here, for listening, and I wish you a beautiful rest of the day, evening, night, whenever you're watching this. Take care. Bye-bye.